2,000 Jewish women were to be deported from Germany to Auschwitz as forced laborers. A sign over the entrance to the camp read, Arbeit macht frei, work makes one free. Labor became another form of genocide that the Nazis called extermination through work. Victims who were spared immediate death by being selected for labor were systematically stripped of their individual identities. They had their hair shaved off and a registration number tattooed on their left forearm. Each day was a struggle for survival under unbearable conditions. Prisoners were housed in primitive barracks that had no windows and were not insulated from the heat or cold. Each barrack held about 36 wooden bunk beds, and buckets were provided for bathroom needs. Inmates were squeezed in 5 or 6 across on the wooden plank, as many as 500 inmates lodged in a single barrack. Inmates were always hungry. Food consisted of watery soup made with rotten vegetables and meat, a few ounces of bread, a bit of margarine, tea, or a bitter drink resembling coffee. People weakened by dehydration and hunger fell easy victim to diarrhea and contagious diseases. Inmates worked as forced laborers inside the camp or were employed outside the camps in coal mines and rock quarries and construction projects. A large number were used in factories that produced weapons and goods that supported the German war effort. Prisoners were subjected to cruel punishment from the guards and mistreatment by fellow inmates chosen to supervise the others in return for special favors by the guards. Most prisoners at Auschwitz survived only a few weeks or months. Those too ill or weak to work were condemned to death in the gas chambers. Some committed suicide by throwing themselves against the electric wires. Others resembled walking corpses, broken in both body and spirit. Yet other inmates were determined to stay alive. Cruel medical experiments were conducted at Auschwitz by SS physician Dr. Joseph Mengele, who carried out painful and traumatic experiments on dwarfs, twins, and young children. The experiments were to find better medical treatments for German soldiers and airmen. Others were aimed at improving methods of sterilizing people the Nazis considered inferior. Many people died during the experiments. Others were killed after the research was completed to remove their organs for further study. January 27, 1945, the Soviet army entered the Auschwitz camp complex and liberated the remaining prisoners. Only a few thousand prisoners remained in the camp. During its existence, nearly 1 million Jews were killed in Auschwitz. Other victims included between 70,000 and 74,000 Poles, 21,000 Roma Gypsies, and about 15,000 Soviet prisoners of war.
Thank you.
It truly was a death camp, and at any time it could hold up to 100